Teresa, and this is my studio, Love at First Flight. Thank you for joining me today for my Mommy and Me yoga class, a class you can do with your mom or your dad, your brother or your sister, or even by yourself. All you need for this class is a yoga mat, or maybe a towel, or any kind of soft surface. And then also today we'll be playing a game that you will need something like a yoga strap, or you can get creative. You can tie, you can use string, you can tie socks together, you can use your bathrobe tie, you can use your dog's leash. And I have mine tied up here for the game we're going to play. But if you have someone doing yoga with you, you can tie one end to something and have them hold the other end when we play our game, or either have someone hold each end. So it's a lot of fun, and we'll get to that. So thanks for joining me. Let's start. So in our yoga class, we like to focus on starting with our breathing, just to remind us to take deep cleansing breaths throughout the class if we start to get tired or if our mind starts to wander. And then we can practice this outside of yoga too and take what we learn on our mat outside, which means you can use this breathing when things get hard in your life. So like if you're scared, or if you're nervous about something, or super excited and it's hard to sit still, you can use these breathing tips, these things that we're going to practice today, any situation, and it will help you feel better and help you become calm and relaxed. So we like to use our spirit to introduce this type of breathing, which is a deep cleansing breath. So when I make the spirit big, I'll ask you to take a deep breath through your nose, just like you're smelling a flower, and then fill up your belly just like you would blow up a balloon. Get it really big, and then when I make it small, we'll let all the air out of that balloon. Imagine you're blowing out your birthday candles. So let's try it together. Deep breath in and out. Woo, you almost blew me away. I could feel you blowing that air. Good job. One more time. Deep breath in and out. Did you make a wish? So the next thing we'll do, we'll bring our hands into our wishing pose. Are you thinking of a wish? Save that wish for when you blow out your candles. All right, guys, so the yogis a long, long time ago used to sit and meditate. And the reason they would do this was to help them become calm and to relax and to focus. We have a lot of things on our mind, especially today. Some things that make us nervous, some things that make us excited. We're thinking about this and that and what we have to do after this and what we want to do tomorrow. And so with our meditation and our breathing, we can be in the now, which means focus on this moment. Let everything else go and wait until after we're done to think about those things. It's okay if you think about them, but as much as you can, try to focus on this moment, what you are doing right now. I bet you can do it. And this is a great time to practice here with me today. So the yogis would sit there and meditate, and what they would do is they would do an Om. So an Om, first we're going to start with our silly Om, because we got to get our sillies out. I'm sure we all have lots of energy, and then we'll do a serious Om, just like the yogis. So for our silly Om today, we're going to get up and move. It's going to be a song called Om, I'm a Little Teapot, just like I'm a Little Teapot. And I'll sing it, and you can sing it with me once you catch on to the words. And then the main pose that we'll be doing with it is a triangle pose. So I'll show you what that looks like right now if you want to stand up with me. So for a triangle pose, your feet are going to be on balance beam alignment, which means they're on the same straight line, just like you would be standing on a balance beam. You know, trying to balance, like you're walking the plank maybe. So your feet are on one straight line, Your front toes are pointing forward, your back toes are pointing in slightly. You'll make a fist with for now we're going to the right side, so you'll make your fist with your right arm. Your left arm's going to be on your hip. You'll reach out and bring that arm down towards your leg, rest your hand on your calf, and reach your left arm towards the sky. Imagine there's a wall behind you, and you're trying to touch your left shoulder to the wall. So your top shoulder is touching that wall. See how I look like a triangle? This is triangle. I'll show you from this angle too. So we'll try that with our song. And the number one rule in yoga, what we do on one side, we also do on the other side. So we'll do each side, and you'll have a chance to learn the words. All right. So it goes like this. Try to do it with me. You can do it. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Triangle. Let's try the other side. Sing along if you can. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Triangle pose. Very nice. Good job, guys. Now meet me on your mat for a serious song. A serious song, again, is what you do when you're meditating, trying to focus, so you can sit with your legs crossed like a pretzel. You can put on your yogi glasses, bring your thumb and your index finger together and put on your yogi glasses, and then your arms can go out to the side, or you can rest them on your legs, or you can come into wishing pose, and then you'll say, You feel that vibration in your chest? That is what the yogis called the heartbeat of the universe. So cool. And when they would sit and meditate, they would think of what is called a mantra. So something they would tell themselves over and over to help them focus. So what we will use for today is one that says, peace begins with me. And each word will bring a finger to our thumb to help us remember. Peace begins with me. So we're going to try that 4 ways. We'll say it in our regular voice. Peace begins with me. We'll say it in a whisper. We'll say it in our loudest outside voice. Peace begins with me. And then we'll say it in our head. You think you got that? I think you do. Let's try together. So in our regular voice, peace begins with me. In a whisper, peace begins with me. In our loudest voice, peace begins with me. In our head. Namaste. And namaste is just what the yogis say to each other at the end of class or at the beginning or when you meet them out and about. And it just means the light in me sees the light in you, or the good in me sees the good in you. With our yogi eyes, our yogi glasses on over our eyes, we can see the good in everyone. Because there is good in everyone, and there's good in every day if you look hard enough. All right, guys. So let's get up and get moving. Let's get our bodies moving. We'll start with our Sergeant salutations. We're going to say it together since we're in our living room today or wherever you might be, and you're not in my studio. If you were here, I would say it to you and you would repeat it back. But since you are at home, we'll do it together. So I'm just going to show you the different poses that I'm going to ask you to do, and then we'll do it together. So the first one is mountain pose. Mountain pose is feet are hip distance, hands are out to the side. This is mountain pose. And then wishing pose, namaste. And then butterfly, you bring your thumbs together, you overlap your hands, and we'll do butterfly up. Flutter your fingers and let the butterfly up, butterfly down. And then when they're down, we say ragdoll, you're hanging forward, arms are hanging, head is hanging. Like a forward fold ragdoll. Then I'll say jump back, plank pose. Hands are under your shoulders. Downward dog, press your hips up and back. Upward dog, come onto the tops of your feet. Look up towards the sky, hips go towards the mat. Upward arc. Or downward arc. This is downward dog. Upward arc. Downward dog. Walk or step forward. Ragdoll. Mountain pose. Namaste. So we'll try that together. We'll speed it up just a little bit. Namaste. Mountain pose. Namaste. Butterfly up. Butterfly down. Ragdoll. Jump back. Plank pose. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward up. Upward oh. Downward dog. Step or walk forward. Ragdoll. Mountain pose. Namaste. So now that you've got that, I'll add a couple of fun poses while we do this. So try to follow along. You got this. Mountain pose. Namaste. Butterfly up. Butterfly down. Ragdoll. Jump back. Plank pose. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward up. Upward oh. Downward dog. Step forward. Ragdoll. Chair pose. Rocking chair. Down, forward fold. Ragdoll. Hop back. Downward dog. Three-legged dog. Other side. Three-legged dog. Downward dog. Walk your dog. Hop forward. Mountain pose. Namaste. Very nice, friends. Now, who's ready for a story? Show me your best story pose. So, legs apart, hands come down, forearms to the mat. You can rest your chin on your your fist. And you can rest here while I tell the story. When I say certain things, you can follow along. We'll do some fun yoga poses while I tell the story. So get ready to stretch with me. So we'll sit in our straddle. So what we're talking about in this story today is what we're going to have for lunch. Now I'm thinking about making a pizza. Does anybody else like pizza? Pizza is my favorite. So what do we need to make pizza? Let's see what we have in the cupboard over here. Can you twist and look in your cupboard? Oh, I need some flour for the dough. I need some pizza sauce. Oh, and let me look in the fridge for some cold ingredients. Twist to the other side and look in your fridge too. I need some pepperoni, some cheese, some veggies. dough looking? Have you ever seen someone make a pizza? Can you throw your dough up in the air and catch it? Try again. Uh-oh, I got some dough on the ceiling. Can you help me get it? I'm gonna reach over and try to get it off the wall. Oh, there's some over there too. Reach over there. And forward, reach forward. Did you get all the dough? Oh, thank goodness, huh? All right, so what's the first ingredient? Oh, sauce. So we'll roll the sauce. Can you put some sauce on yours? Try to go in the other direction. And how about some cheese? Should we sprinkle on some cheese? Let's bring our legs together. Reach up and sprinkle the cheese on. Reach up and sprinkle the cheese on. And then come back into your straddle. Let's see if we can reach forward and put our pepperoni in place. How about our veggies? It looks delicious. Now it just has to cook. So let's put it in the oven. And why don't we play a game while we wait for it to cook? All right. So this game is Limbo, yoga limbo. So you'll need your yoga strap. So if you need to pause the video, grab your yoga strap or whatever you're using for the limbo. Tie it up to one end of a piece of your furniture or have someone hold each end. So for this limbo, we're gonna go under my limbo stick, which is my yoga strap, and we'll do different poses as we're doing it. So you can do any pose you want. Some of the poses that we'll be using are warrior, which is that same balance beam alignment, feet are in a straight line, toes are pointing forward, your back toes are pointing in, your front knee is bent, your knee is over your ankle, and your arms reach as long as possible. Or goddess pose, toes are pointing out, knees are bent, arms are in cactus arms. This is goddess or sumo wrestler for you guys out there. So those are a couple things. For your limbo, you can go under, just like a regular limbo. Try not to touch it. You can go that way, or you can do your downward dog and walk your dog under the limbo. Or you can get down to cobra and slither under the limbo stick. So there's many ways you can do this. So let's get started. Don't forget to do the other side. Walk your dog. Cobra. Don't forget chair pose. How low can you go? You can do your dog. Scooch under. You can do cat. Whoops, that's cow. Moo. Or cat. Cat. Warrior pose. Other side. Get the wiggles out. How low can you go? Do your goddess. Sumo. Yoga makes us strong. Do your cow. Moo. Do your cat. Meow. Mountain pose. Warrior. Other side. Show me your best limbo. Try not to touch it. Goddess. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Blow out those candles. Very nice. How's everybody feeling after that song? I feel good. I feel nice and stretched, nice and warmed up. How about you? What was your favorite pose? I like goddess. It makes me feel strong. I like calling it sumo too. That's a lot of fun. All right, so we're ready to get to our secret garden now. So that's part of our meditation. And how we get there is we'll lay on our backs. So join me. We'll lay on our backs. So you're going to have your arms and legs inside. Imagine you're on a magic carpet. So this is using our imagination. So we don't actually get off our mat. We're on it the whole time, imagining in our head. So first, we're going to reach our right arm up to the sky, make a fist, make everything tight, and then let it go like a spaghetti noodle. Then lift your other arm, squeeze it tight, and let it go like a spaghetti noodle. Lift your other leg, lift your leg, and squeeze it tight, then let it go like a spaghetti noodle. Now lift your other leg, squeeze it tight, let it go like a spaghetti noodle. Blow up your belly really big like a balloon, and then pop it with your fingers and let all the air out. Blow up your cheeks, and then pop, let all the air out. Scrunch up your nose, make fish lips, and let it go. Reach your arms as long as possible and your toes as long as possible, and then let everything go. You can close your eyes for this or keep them open, whatever feels comfortable. Whew. So arms inside, legs inside. We're gonna take off. We're flying, flying, flying above the studio, flying above your house. If you look down, you can just make out your house. We're up in the clouds. We're almost there. Now your secret garden can be anything you want. Mine is a beach. To get there though, I'm gonna step off of my magic carpet onto a cloud and run across the clouds, bounce then dive in one of the clouds and end up in the water with a big splash. The water feels nice and warm, not too hot, not too cold, just right. And I start to float on my back, and I feel the sun on my skin, and I can see butterflies flying all around me. How about you? What do you see? I hear some splashing, and I look to my side and I see dolphins jumping in and out of the water. What do you hear? And I roll onto my belly and I swim to the shore. And when I get there, I see a bunch of strawberries. And so I pick one and I take a bite. It's so juicy and yummy and sweet, and it gets all over me, but that's okay. I just use the water and wipe it off. What do you have on your secret garden? Now remember, your secret garden is with you all the time, and you can visit it anytime you want, anytime you need to relax, or to feel better, to feel happy, to feel calm. You can do it from your car, you can do it from your living room, you can do it anywhere. Now get back onto your magic carpet. It's time to go back. Arms inside, legs inside. We're gonna slide down this rainbow and land in our living room, land in my studio. Go ahead and reach your arms as long as possible. From the tops of your fingers to the bottoms of your toes. Bring your knees in towards your chest just like a beach ball. Maybe rock side to side. And then come to your side just like a baby. And then slowly come up to your bottom. Welcome back, friends. So you can practice that anytime you need it, just like you can practice your meditation. Remember, peace begins with me. So today, maybe you can share what's your favorite thing that you did today in yoga. My favorite thing was the limbo. So if you have a favorite thing or a favorite pose, why not share it with someone you care about? Share it with your family and get them to do it with you. Whatever you like. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.